This is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote Sports, the USD football team gets an upset win, and the golf team's had successful weeks. But first, the headlines with Nick Nelson. Nick?
Thanks, Devin. It appears that the Cleveland Indians have forgotten how to lose. They defeated the Detroit Tigers 5-3 this afternoon, giving them an American League record 21st consecutive win. They currently have the best record in the American League with 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. The International Olympic Committee officially announced that Paris will host the 2024 Summer Olympics and Los Angeles will host the 2028 Summer Games. This is the first time the IOC granted 2 Summer Olympics at one time. It'll be the 3rd time each city has hosted the Games and the first time the United States will host in 32 years. And those are your headlines.
Thanks, Nick. Going into Saturday night's matchup with Bowling Green, the USD football team hadn't beaten an FBS opponent since 2010. The Coyotes got off to a fast start last week at Drake, and this week was no different. Early in the first quarter, Chris Strevler rolls out to his right, looking to throw, but no one's open, so he takes it himself to the corner, giving USD an early 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Strevler looking to throw again. He lets this one go, hitting Cody Case in stride over the middle, and the speedy freshman goes 72 yards to the house, extending the Yotes lead to 14-3. He has great hair, by the way. And if you haven't figured it out by now, this Chris Strevler guy is pretty good. He takes this one himself for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, giving USD a 28-9 lead. Trying to put the game away in the 4th, Strevler hands off to Mike Frederick, who splits the defense and goes 17 yards for the score. That would be all the Coyotes need as they beat Bowling Green 35-27. Strevler accounts for 4 touchdowns and was named the FCS National Performer of the Week. The Coyotes moved up to 23rd in the FCS coaches poll, and they'll play at home for the first time this season on Saturday against 10th-ranked North Dakota. The USD men's golf team finished 4th at Washington State yesterday. Junior Tommy Vining shot a 1 under par 70 in the final round to finish 11 under par for the tournament. Good enough for 2nd place and was the 2nd lowest 54-hole score in program history. Sophomore Matt Tolan and freshman Tate Aarons each finished in a tie for 23rd at 1 over par. Jacob Michael finished 32nd and Matt Swanson finished 36th. The Coyotes play again Monday and Tuesday at the Colorado State Masters Invitational in Fort Collins. In women's golf, the Coyotes finished 6th as a team at the Missouri State Payne Stewart Memorial this week. Carly Kerrigan led the Yotes with a 15th place finish. Lexi Peterson finished in a tie for 26th. Jennifer Vincent in a tie for 37th. Abby Dufresne tied for 44th, and Sunny Killian tied for 56th. Coyote News' Lauren Solik is live in the muck with Carly Kerrigan to talk about her performance. Lauren?
Thanks, Devin. I'm here with Carly Kerrigan, who was the top finisher for USD yesterday in Missouri. So, Carly, what does the accomplishment of being top finisher mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, we put in a lot of hard work, both in the off season and since coming on campus 3 weeks ago. So it's nice to see that hard work's paying off and that everything we've been working on is, you know, trust the process and it's going the right way.
So what sort of preparations do you have to do going into a tournament like this one?
Well, during the practice round, we make sure that we have our course notes out and we have course maps so we know where to hit the ball, where not to. We have pin sheets, making sure we know where the pins are going to be located so we can practice hitting shots to that location, and just making sure that mentally we're in a good state to trust what we've been practicing and working on.
So on the first day of the tournament, USD finished in 9th place but was able to move to 6th place on the 2nd day. What did you have to do as a team to make that jump?
Really, we just sat down at dinner and kind of dissected the rounds, what went well, what didn't, and just making sure that we stuck to the original game plan instead of, you know, getting up to the tee box and making a split-second decision. And we spoke with Coach Vining, and like he said, you know, we're good enough to be here. Let's go out and show them what USD can do, and fortunately, we played very, very well.
Awesome. Thanks, Carly. On September 24th, the women's golf team will head to Canton, Massachusetts for the Boston College Intercollegiate. Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Lauren Solik.
Thanks, Lauren. The volleyball team was in action at the Kangaroo Classic in Kansas City over the weekend. In the final game of the Classic, the Coyotes defeated Rutgers 3-1. Haley Dotseth and Rachel Schmidt led the Yotes with 15 kills each. Defensively, Ann Rasmussen tallied 19 digs. Rasmussen and Schmidt were named to the Kangaroo Classic's all-tournament team. USD takes the court again this weekend at the Northern Colorado Tournament. The Vermilion Tanagers football team lost at Tri-Valley 27-7 Friday night, bringing their record to 1-2 on the season. They return home this weekend to take on the Madison Bulldogs, who are ranked number 1 in Class 11A. The Vermilion volleyball team hosted the 4th-ranked Madison Bulldogs last night. The Tanagers looked good early as Haley Doty sends this one over the net, and the Tanagers look good early. Later in the first set, it's Doty again. Madison would answer, Olivia Rudd, sorry. She splits the defense and Madison would start to pull away. But later in the first set, it's Doty again, and much like the first one, she hits this one right to the corner, and the Tanagers try to swing the momentum back their way. But it would be all the Bulldogs in this one. Kendra Layton hits a line drive right here, and that would fall in for set point, and Madison would go on to win in straight sets. Vermilion falls to 3-6 on the season and plays at T next Tuesday night. While USD does have an NCAA-affiliated women's tennis team, as Coyote News' Taylor Kidd reports, male students or those just looking for leisure play have another option.
The tennis club has begun practices this fall. Meeting every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m., members come to the tennis courts to learn new skills and enjoy the game of tennis.
There's some people that haven't played before, so we just get them out hitting, get the basics down. But yeah, we just basically hit, have fun, get away from classes.
Currently, members spend practices hitting the ball back and forth, but will begin focusing on technique later on in the season.
Whatever, we just like to hit early on because early on in the season, so everyone's a little rusty, got to get the wheels turning again. Later on, we'll probably start some drills and do other things like that. So.
The tennis club had around 30 students sign up at the Student Organization Fair earlier in the year, although only about 10 have come to practice. Heck attributes this to the late-night labs or other priorities, but he hopes more will participate. The more members they have, the more tournaments they'll be able to attend.
We have 3 tournaments that we usually like to go to during the year, and that's the U of M one, Minnesota sectionals tournament, and then the Augustana tournament. And so hopefully if we have enough people playing, we can go to those. And those are usually fun, what I heard from the last president.
The tennis club will continue practices until winter. Students who are interested in joining can send an email to alex.hegg@coyotes.usd.edu. For the Sports Report, I'm Taylor Kidd.